Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 completionist run. Now, in this part, the main thing we're going to be doing is we'll be going to Goblinwatch. But before that, we do have some stuff to take care of. Notably, we have a lot of selling to do and some inventory management on top of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video quickly because I don't want to bore you with this stuff. It's mainly going to be a lot of moving stuff around, running between different shops, and not really that interesting. So I will get back to you as soon as all of this is taken care of. So I will see you shortly. Alright, we're back. So I'm just going to show you everything is a lot neater. All that stuff has been sold. This has been organized a little bit. And we have a nice little chunk of change to spend. That's going to be good when we get back to Castle Iron Fist, because we'll be able to get some nice spells. Let's also quickly train. We can only gain one level. That's okay. Let's just quickly spend those points. Sure. Let's get your spear skill up to the threshold, or closer to the threshold of 4. By the way, for any skill, to get to the expert rank, you will need 4 skill points. I think for master, however, it can vary between skills. Yeah, let's keep on working on body magic, and we're working on dagger, so we will do that. And we're not quite ready to go to Goblinwatch just yet, although I will just save quickly. When we were in the abandoned temple, when I was looking over the footage from the last episode, I noticed something that I neglected to pick up. So I'm just gonna quickly run back there and pick that up, and I'm gonna get back, and so I'm just gonna skip ahead to then. Alright, here we are. I just wanted to quickly show you what I missed. It's a pretty big oversight, so if you see this thing over here, it's actually a suit of plate armor, which is the heaviest and most expensive type of armor in the game. And this is a skill that we're going to be giving to Roderick. So I'm just going to leave this in his inventory for now, but you can see how big it is. And the other thing about plate armor is that it has a pretty big recovery speed penalty. So I probably won't be equipping it on him until he actually not only learns the skill, which he doesn't have right now, but becomes an expert in it. And with that done, I'm just gonna quickly skip ahead to when we are outside of Goblinwatch, ready to go in. So hopefully this is the last time I will have to pause in this episode. I will see you shortly. Alright, we're back. We're outside Goblinwatch, and let's just go in. Now, this should be a pretty low stress dungeon for us, because okay, we've gone the wrong way. Let's go back. Because we've already seen the kinds of enemies we'll be encountering here, and they are really no challenge at all for us. Something else that I forgot to pick up. Let's just pick that up. Belts, by the way, give you no benefit unless they have an enchantment. And this one has no enchantment, so we'll just hold on to it to sell it. For now, let's go here. We've already found some enemies. Let's, as is our practice, continue to save our game. And let's go in and see what we have. They're just regular goblins. I'm gonna test how we are in melee. And we are better because our attack bonuses are better and we have higher damage weapons. But still, for the most part, we would like to be fighting in range. And what do we have here? That is actually really cool. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna sell these. A couple swords to sell. Some more junk for a trivial amount of gold. You know, more than 15,000. I'm happy with that. And here's something else that I missed. I'm missing a lot of stuff. It's hard to see, and this gold as well. So I'm gonna be hopefully doing a better job of not leaving stuff on the ground. The thing is, once you get the Wizard Eye, or rather Air Magic, to Expert, Wizard Eye will start marking things on the ground. And it'll do that by putting them in putting a blue dot where they are, similar to the yellow dot, which you see when we kill enemies to mark their corpses. This last rat is actually the cleverest of them all because he's not coming out, but it didn't save him in the end. Okay. So let's do that, and let's go here. Where do we want to go now? Well, the only place we really can go. Let me just make sure we're not missing any secret doors. I don't think there are secret doors back here, other than the ones we already looked into. So let's just go into this long tunnel. Already we've piqued the interest of some rats, and they're already dead. And now we get into a bit of a challenging, well, not challenging, but enemies were swarming us a little bit. Okay, let's give ourselves some space as we do. And, of course, as we saw in the abandoned temple, if we have space to fight enemies, there's nothing they can do to us. At least not these low-level enemies. Later on, we will, in fact, be fighting enemies that will be able to hurt us quite considerably, but for now, we don't have to worry too much. And what is this thing in the middle? Doesn't seem to do anything when we click on it. I've actually forgotten what it is. Is it just an elaborate torch providing light? I'm actually gonna look that up once we're done with this dungeon, but for now I'm gonna assume that it's purely decorative. The only way forward is through this hole. Let's go down. Fortunately, as I said, there's no falling damage indoors, so that's good. And we move into this area with some more enemies, which I'm trying to bring towards us in small increments to not have to fight them all in one go in close quarters. Okay, and again a bunch of our arrows went through the wall. Okay. We are doing well. I'm happy. I mean, even considering the fact that it's a low-level dungeon, I am happy that we have had no trouble whatsoever. Now I'm just gonna save again, just in case there's something fishy about any of these chests. There isn't. All we find is some gold in that one. This one, a useless staff and some gold. This one, some gold and a spear, some alchemy stuff. You can You're already in need of some inventory management. That's a problem with the long items. And the long items and the way that the game distributes things into your inventory by default. Frequently, it will make it impossible for you to put long items in without manually managing things. Okay, let's now cast Wizard Eye again, because that did expire. And Giant Rat was not a problem. Okay. Let's go back to our plundering. Then we run the third chest.
Got it.
So the last one. This is some potentially okay stuff. 3 endurance, not really worth too much except for selling. Claw Amulet is good for selling. Gonna hold on to that. And make sure we loot our goblins, because they will give us guaranteed gold at the very least. These rats, I'm not too worried about. Them, I'm gonna leave their corpses for the most part. Okay. We're looping around here. There is an enemy of some kind. Giant rat. Not too much of an issue. We make our way here. Interesting. And would you look at that? We made our way around. We opened the secret door. And we have a shortcut. We're not done. As you can see, based on the yellow danger indicator, there are enemies still around. And this area is a bit tricky because it has rooms. We hate rooms because they mean we're gonna have to be in close quarters. But we can glitch our way into causing enemies to partially show themselves, where they often can't hit us, but we can hit them, which I have no shame about abusing, because if you'll remember from earlier videos, with the mages we were fighting, frequently they were able to shoot us when we weren't able to target them. So, you know, if they can do it, so can we. But we're not doing too badly. There's just somebody here who's trying to be a hero. Huh? Oh. What's going on here? Let's just heal up Zoltan a little bit with our good heal that we bought from Castle Iron Fist. Let's keep on... Okay. Okay, we're doing fine. Okay. Don't think this room section is completely clear just yet, but we are doing okay. Get more stuff. Let's give this to... yeah, let's give this to you. Okay. Oh. Right. Okay. There's a rat that is... Okay. Nobody seems to want to hit it.
Help! Help!
How did that guy do so much damage to us? Okay, let's just heal ourselves up a little bit. Uh-huh. The main source of trouble here is these close quarter rooms, and I didn't fight that rat particularly well. That didn't help. But overall, I'm not seeing any cause for concern. I think we're gonna be fine. But there are more enemies here. Okay, this is... let's give ourselves some more room. Now let's turn around. Got a nice view of the approaching enemies. Okay. Oh. Okay. We are doing well. By the way, if an enemy is fleeing and if you shoot at it, whether you hit or not, usually it'll turn its AI around and it'll come back to try and... Okay. We know how annoying giant rats can be, so let's give ourselves some space. Take it down. Okay. Let's actually save again. Save often to avoid frustration. Oh, another giant rat, which we're gonna take care of in the most cowardly way possible. And now I think we are mostly safe, at least in this area. Let's just keep an eye out for stuff on the ground, knowing that we don't have an automatic way to tell. Let's cast Wizard Eye again. And now let's look to the right. Now we have 2 long tunnels to explore. Unfortunately, because we're going to be encountering enemies like this, meaning they're going to be far away and we're going to get closer to them, we will be running into that issue where right at the edge of the encounter radius, if you will, they may be able to shoot us, but we might not be able to hit them. But we should be fine. If necessary, we can even rest, but I'm not going to rest until I absolutely have to. We are doing fine. Oh, that is really so satisfying, you know, the kind of shooting gallery feeling of enemies. Oh my, we sent 2 volleys right into the wall. It was right at the edge, and that cost us. Fortunately, these are very weak enemies, so we're killing multiple of them per volley. But that could have gotten nasty. Not fully done just yet. If we look here, we see more stuff on the ground. And what is this? It's a hammer. Another dark hammer, which you already have one of those. Okay, let's... what do we do? Okay, that's... Already our inventory is getting a bit cluttered. That's okay. That's not the worst problem to have, you know. That's just stuff to sell. I'm a little disappointed that the Goblin King was able to get his attack off before we killed him, but you know, sometimes that happens. That's okay. Okay, again, our arrows are sometimes going to the wall. That's okay. I think we're generally doing okay. Alright. I think we're getting close to the end of this tunnel. But it's not clear just yet, so there are going to be enemies that are going to show up somewhere, and I believe what's going to happen is they're going to be in these little alcoves to the left and right, and indeed, that's what happened. Okay, not totally safe just yet. As you can see, the light is still yellow, and indeed, there were more enemies. But because they're just regular rats, yeah, we killed them, and now we're safe. So now, Alexis. Oh, open this, and what do we get? Another close to 500 gold. That's fine. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Next, we're gonna go all the way around. Well, not around, we're gonna go all the way back. And all the while keeping an eye out for stuff on the ground that we might have missed. If it's a small pile of gold, or, you know, a cloak, it's not a big deal, but I didn't want to have a repeat of, you know, last episode where I just left plate mail lying on the ground, you know, worth 1,000 gold. Or potentially 1,000 gold. If we sold it for less, if we sold it now, we would get less, because our merchant skill isn't high enough to get the full value. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna run... Well, first of all, let's see, are these enemies able to pursue us? Can they get through? Is their pathfinding good enough? Apparently it is. Aha, his projectile went into the wall. Okay, I just wanna get these initial enemies dead, and then what I will do is I might rest. We'll see, we'll see. And we've got some rats. Now, rats are fine because none of them have ranged attacks. We're far away from enemies again, but no doubt there are going to be more of them. And indeed, more of them have come to our attention. Okay. This is really annoying. How this part is sloping just enough that it will waste our arrows, but not actually let us hit enemies. Anyway, some more of these annoying flying enemies. Not really a problem. We haven't used Bless at all so far, and that's deliberate. This would have been a lot easier if we had used Bless, but I'm doing this just so I can gauge the strength of the party. Because I want to know how good we are with Bless, how good we are without Bless. Okay. Alright, it's gotten a little bit scary, so let's give ourselves some distance. Always look at the mini-map when you're running away from enemies to know if you have enough room to safely stop and fire off a few volleys of arrows. And we are safe for now. Will we be able to hit 20,000 gold before we leave? That all depends on what rewards await us. And there are no enemies to trouble us at this end, unless some of them spawn in. We can tell by the safety indicator, it's green. And indeed,
Got it.
there aren't. And we were able to go past 20,000.
I don't know.
You can't identify that.
Ah.
That doesn't really do anything. Okay. Ah, how to do this? Maybe like this. Okay. And let's look at this.
Aha!
That's again something that I'm gonna sell. Okay, now we're gonna walk back, and I think at this point, Goblinwatch is clear. This place has it's not as open as the abandoned temple, so I'm a lot more certain that there aren't enemies hiding in some corner of the map. So we went through and we killed everything, and if the light indicator doesn't change between now and the end, between now and us going back to the entrance, I'm going to declare that Goblinwatch is clear. And indeed, it was green throughout. And we leave. And you know what? There are a couple of bodies out back. Let's just quickly, got another 17 gold. That's good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk back to town. Huh? Gonna just go back to the tavern. We're gonna rest for the night. Actually, before I do that, let me show you. The central fountain will restore your hit points. So, that's handy to know. Let's rest. And now, we are done with Goblinwatch. That is 2 areas that have been cleared. The abandoned temple over there, Goblinwatch over here. In the next video, what we're gonna do is, after I take care of this stuff, we'll go back to Castle Ironfist. But before I do that, we are gonna
I think it's closed.
go to the town. We're gonna wait until the town hall is open. I'm gonna talk to Janice. She has another quest for us, so there's something with there's a problem with people robbing travelers on the road between New Sarpagal and Castle Ironfist. And a cult has moved into an old abandoned temple. And the Regent, Wilbur Humphrey, isn't doing anything about this because all of the forces are occupied in the west. Okay. But this is an urgent problem to deal with, so what we will do in the next episode is we're gonna go to Castle Ironfist, hopefully get the remove curse spell, because that's gonna be crucial before we go into the zone that has this quest objective in it. And yeah, once we're set up, we will be doing the Temple of Ba in Castle Ironfist. So that's all for now. I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next part, so until then, take care.